Good morning, YouTube. We've got some news coming up for pound yen, unemployment news. So we'll see what that does. How's everyone this morning? Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a potentially a bit of a rangy session. We may get continued downside. However, selling into this to the left on the 4 hour is going to be very tough. But wait. See if we get any more people join. Well, we've got about 7 minutes to the news.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Super fine today.
Good. Got
How's
some.
everything going?
Yeah, good. Just live on YouTube at the minute.
Oh, super nice.
Yeah.
Hello, too.
Yeah, it's good, man. We got news coming up. 7 minutes.
Yeah, German CPI.
Yeah, we got UK unemployment as well coming up. Could give GJ a bit of a push to the downside. We'll see. Potentially down to like 180, 800. Might see a little push down to that. Yeah, but yeah, selling into here is going to be tough. However, you've got 4 sells. You've got a continued push now at this stage down to, yeah, like I say, sort of 800s, 900s you could get away with. But it's still going to be a very tricky one, because realistically, like I was sort of saying yesterday on stream, your better opportunity would be to wait for the daily candle to close, which closed below that resistance to the left, then wait for that pull back. So in Asian session, we're giving you that shot to create that resistance to continue down. So that's where your safer selling opportunity came from. Selling at this point here, you could get away with it. You may end up with a 4-hour candle looking like this, or you may get a wick rejection candle and you get caught out in a sell somewhere at this position. So just be very cautious. Maybe use a bit of news volume to your advantage, you know, with a push. But I think this 30-minute, you may have a little opportunity to push down to this. Could even just target 181 and be done, to be fair. There's still going to be decent range, but again, it depends on the news. You know, the news may drive price up, so we don't know. Good morning, Shoaib. How you doing? Hope you're well. Taking any trades this morning or anything?
Me, no, not.
No?
No. Didn't like anything today. Till now. Let's see how the day will go, but for the moment, nothing will arrive.
Yeah, no, not the best, is it? Let's see what news done over here are. High impact news come with £1. Yep. So we're waiting to see what happens. Might get a little push down if the news is a bit more negative. Trade ICT SMC. No, I don't trade like I don't do that. Do analysis on gold. Yep. Oh. God, I hate the adverts. Yeah, let's just. I'll do a breakdown on gold in a sec. Let's just wait to see how the news comes out with pound yen, and then we'll see. We'll see on gold. We'll have a little look. Just interested to see how this is going to play out for news here, because I reckon based on the technicals here, this next candle maybe wants to push down to the support 181 and then 180, 800. I would expect. Or is it going to drive up at this stage? If it starts to flip, this could drive. But what was the news? What's the actual news? Oh, it's pending. It's never done that before. Pending. Yeah, if this starts to flip this day minute, this could drive down. Yeah, there you go. That should drive down. So claimant count was 25.7k, but it was better than previous. Earnings went up slightly, and unemployment rate has gone up, so that's not good for the pound. So why is the pound pushing bullish? Well, tricky one that. I honestly would have thought I honestly would have thought with that negative unemployment figure going up to 4% that we would see, yeah. Interesting. But average earnings quarterly went up slightly, but my god, that's gone. Yeah, I thought given maybe a bit of negative news, but there you go. That is fun. That's price for you. Don't start to see an upside push at this stage. As I'm saying, selling here is always going to be tough. Did make that very clear, but I thought maybe they'd be worth a shot with the news. Didn't take it myself, but just thinking aloud. You know, that may have been worth a shot, but we don't know. This may still not finish bullish. This may begin to reject and go the other way. Right, should we do a little breakdown on gold now that we've seen GJ? So gold for me is very much still the same analysis as yesterday, to be honest. Despite your daily closure, even though it's got weak bearish daily from yesterday, it does not mean that it's buys at this stage. We can clearly see that pretty much again is still our main range is coming from the rejections from the sort of 1930s, 1936 down, as well as our upside rejections are sort of coming from the 1900s, 1904, all the way down to sort of 1890. So for me, again, you know, anything breaking back down this way, creating rejection on the lower time frames coming this way, is going to be worth a shot to potentially try and push down. For buys, however, what I need to see, I need to see something closing above this area of rejection, which we discussed yesterday, and then see candles rejecting back this way in the same manner that we've seen over here, basically. That is what I'd be looking for, basically. If you'd listened to the analysis yesterday, you had a good opportunity around New York. So what did we plan for yesterday? If anybody was paying attention, what they would have seen was that I said at this point here, waiting for London to create this pullback, for New York to respect, and then some form of a breakdown of support to continue this move down, hit this, and then look to kind of hit lower levels, right? Clearly you would have need to pay attention at this area, this position here. Okay, where would you have looked to have taken entries? Potentially something below that level there. For me, at this candle here, should have been paying attention, should have been taking some action, because for me at that point there, you had a nice trade coming down, and then you could look for that continuation. you get like a 20 pip range there, and then for the continuation 50 to 70 pip move there. So then that was all discussed yesterday morning, how you could have looked to have took that trade. Now we did also kind of fail to the upside, because we've kind of got this level here on the 4 hour, which is creating a bit of a headache. It's basically come from this, to be honest with you, on the 4 hour. So this is a really key little zone we got going on here. It's basically holding this support back up, and then we're sort of needing to see something below there for us to continue down. But ultimately we need to still be keeping in mind that although we've got counters closing up and into this area, that does not mean that we're going to head up at this point. Could see some more rejection, and once we do, it's very likely we're going to push back down to the current range lows. As we can see with GJ, it's now rejecting this area. So where would I personally look for buys would be, for me, something coming back above the sort of 900s, 182s, giving me some form of a support over there. Could give you a good little option to look to push back the other way. Very tough to enter sell there. It was a bit tricky, but the idea, you know, is that's how you need to be looking to trade gold, basically. End of the day, unless you were getting in from the previous on Friday from around 4 o'clock, holding sells from that main zone of rejection, then you had to take the pullback, looking to take entries to push down to targets and continue. Otherwise, you know, selling there is very tough. You're very late to that move and that point, and yeah, so because the rejection and the sells are coming from this area, so getting an entry here, you know that, you know, it could do this to then do that. So you had to be very specific with the entry, using what you've got as target, this move here, and then the continuation would be try and sort of basically hit into there. That would be your continuation move. But yeah, GJ's pushed up. I wonder if open's gonna maybe correct some of that move. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, right, I would have taken buys earlier in this position, but because of the news, we didn't really know which way that was going to go. Neither no support form, so that was a bit of an impulsive entry. Probably you needed to use news volume there. But I caught buy in MY session of correction move based on M15. Well, that's pretty good. You know, there's multiple ways to trade gold. There's no that's just the way that I like to look at it, because I like to get entries from a, you know, a specific level that can give me a good push or a good shot, rather than just me basically taking correction or this. Or personally, I like to just wait till we're at certain key levels, certain areas of rejection. But that's still good if you caught a nice little gold trade yesterday. Still decent. Yeah, I mean, to my mind, I mean, it's pulling back to that same zone. If we can get a much better rejection coming again into MY today, then you can get a much better position from the main zone, and then to push down again further. If it's buys, then we need to probably wait for the daily or 4 hourly to sort of close way above sort of 1940s, and then I can take trades maybe tomorrow or later on. But we got nothing like that right now. We've got no confirmation or anything. But yeah, be very cautious taking gold buys or anything like that right now. Yeah, just a question, YouTube. Anybody know? 'Cause I'm looking to get a good thumbnail for the YouTube stream. Anybody know, or anybody that could do that would be willing to? You're not into that, are you, Donald?
You can try looking on Fiverr.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that right now. I paid some guy a tenner, yeah, but it's not very good, the one he's given me, and I'm just like, oh.
Didn't have he revised them, so you can say no, I don't like it to.
Yeah, no, I've revised it, but you know, like, cause they're a bit you know what I mean? Yeah, it's
well,
a
it's
bit long.
hard to find someone. I think only on Fiverr you can find a decent one that can have experience on YouTube thumbnail, and you can try him. Just look if he has experience in the thumbnails.
Yeah,
or has a portfolio there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get him to revise it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'll just send him a message now. Yeah, it's not really it's not really the one I want. I mean, I just want a nice thumbnail, you know. Get thumbnail really does help, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it helps a lot. It catches the eye of the people who see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see what yeah, I'll see what you can do. The one he sent me, he's put some like random guy's face on there, and I was just like, I can't have some random guy's face on there because that's not me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's two girls fight the neighbor over there. He can do a good job.
Mate.
How did the vacation work, bro? Did you have fun?
Sorry, say that again, bro.
How did the vacation go? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was good, bro. It was really good. Yeah, I had a good fun, mate. Nice little break. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, really nice.
Were a lot of people over there, or just?
Yeah, no, there was, to be fair. It was very busy, but no, it was nice. It was just a nice little break. Can't complain. I wonder if we're gonna correct this push, because the news was kind of negative, so I was a bit confused why pounds pushed up based on that news, but we'll see. But yeah, no, it was nice, mate. Just want to go back away, to be honest. I mean, so many people like out there right now.
Yeah, they're in real life.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get the thumbnail sorted for tomorrow. It'd be nice.
I think yeah, you just have to find the right guy. You can do it.
So how come you ain't taking any trades this week, bro?
Sorry?
I said how come you haven't taken any trades this week?
This week, today is Tuesday, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean like recently. I didn't mean this week. Because I know you're saying you haven't taken many trades recently, have you?
Yes, sometimes I take, sometimes I don't, because I'm really busy at work in this period and everything is pushing down. But I think this week I'll be more free and I'll start taking trades again. It's
Nice.
really shitty to trade while on a job.
Oh yeah, it's not great. It's not ideal at all, is it? Not ideal at all. But I suppose it's what you got to do until you can pack in that job, you know.
Yeah, but it's not ideal. It's just you don't have a possibility to stay in front of a computer all the time. and you just miss something or you forget to do something or shit like that. And when you're distracted, so when you're distracted, you're not focused, it's not good to trade because you make mistakes. And I better not take any trades than make mistakes.
You'll get there, bro, don't worry. Is GJ gonna keep pushing? But yeah, I did say to people, this is why this area was nasty to be selling. You know, like if you came to yesterday's stream, what happened in Asian was literally what we planned for better selling options would be to see the daily candle closing below the daily resistance to the left. Then you're using this pullback to give you the rejection, right? And then, so where would you take an entry? Well, potentially somewhere here, here, to look to continue that move, and that is it. That is your max, in my opinion, at that stage. You know, getting involved in sales here is done. The only opportunity I said was potentially the way the technicals were forming was that if news comes out negative, you might see a push to the downside, but didn't see that, did we? But yeah, using this pullback to reject this previous zone, which is what I was discussing yesterday, that better sales are going to come below there once you start to seize things like this. Definitely could have been getting involved in these areas to take trades, but I was asleep during Asian, so just the one session I just don't trade is Asian. The move happens in Asian, I just say is what it is.
Yeah, the timing is the perfect position.
Yeah, Asian is just the thing is, you could end up waiting up for a move, doesn't happen, and then you're knackered, so you miss the move in London because you're asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yes. So yeah, like I say, for me personally now, having, I'm not going to say missed, because I haven't missed anything really. It was a push with news, no confirmation. We're still now in sort of bearish market structure based on the 4-hour. However, if we start to break back this way, creating me support above these positions, anywhere above there, giving me support, creating me support, I'll look to take buys this way and continue this move back that way. And then what would I expect? I'll tell you what I would expect. I'd expect to see a daily candle that would look something like this. We then expect to see a daily candle closing back this way. Now what would I expect from the higher time frames? I would expect to see the continuation of the move back that way, if this is what we're going to be doing from a daily. If we don't create that support above this position, which we kind of said where that's why we need support above there, being this level here, we come back to this area and respect again, right? Then tomorrow what would we potentially see? Probably the continuation back this way, and we can then look to fill down to the low of this range, because this is your current daily range, support, resistance. This is what I was saying, you close inside that range, right? Cool, we've got that closure on the daily. Now you wait for the pullback in Asian to target that daily low. You had that opportunity, right? At this stage we're rejecting that. Two things that are going to happen: either we're going to respect this, either we're going to respect that zone that we've just pointed out, and this daily candle might close something like this, okay? Then it's clearly being respected. We're not coming back above. We're not doing a situation where we now have daily closing back this way. There I would be interested to take buys. But if we do that but then come back this way, creating a lower resistance on the daily, now I'd be like, okay, now not necessarily longer term, but now I'll be very much intrigued that we're going to hit the low of this range here for definite. Whereas at this position here, we're still very much, you know, we've got this area here within here that's causing us a headache. That's where we're basically not being able to push down lower from that mid-range move, which created, you know, this whole continuation of movement came from this rejection. So once we closed outside that range, we came back to the 181.2 area ish, and that created this whole push up. So now we've pulled back to this level. This is why we're getting this. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. But what I'm, you know, again, this area and this area here is where I'm massively paying attention to what's going to happen here over the next couple of days. So that's my main, that's where I'm looking at. But right now it's not really, you know, unless you used volume in news to give yourself a shot, you're waiting for proper confirm, and that would be for me using this area here as my zonal point, and then something coming this way again, like I say, giving me that support. It's going to be worth a shot to try and push out of this area, and we can ultimately sort of hit 82 800s and then further up to sort of 83s after that. So that would be where I'd be looking to take trades. But if we come back to this position and then fail again and then start breaking back down this way, then yes, we could look to take trades to hit this area again during today. But that's max, and that would be after seeing a pullback, seeing it fail at this area, and then candles on the lower time frame coming back the other way, then potentially we have a shot. Okay, but only to hit this, because we don't really have confirmation enough from a daily standpoint to say that we're going to come all the way down here now from that daily low of the range. Okay, so we've got to be very careful, because we could very much still reject here, come back a little bit, create a bit of higher structure coming away from this, and then still make our way back in this respect. So this is why you have to be very careful. Okay, this is something I'm paying attention to from a 4 hour. But I'm not going to repeat myself again, but I'll say it one more time. For an upside push at this stage, we need to see something breaking back this way, giving us a support forming above this position, or anywhere above this position. Okay, and we know why that is from a daily, we know why that is from this 4 hour range point of view. Okay, and like I say, anything coming back this way that fails and we start to break back this way, you probably have an opportunity to target whatever supports are in this area, but ultimately to hit this level and then be done. That for me would be the trade.
See yourself in sound. Click or tap the banner to create your avatar. Brought to you by Bang & Olufsen.
Okay. It's like on gold, if we, right now, yeah, structure's bullish, this and that, but if we start to see things like this again, big candles printing back this way, could be very much worth a shot to look again using lower time frame levels as well, because this is reactionable areas where you could start to do this also. So just an opportunity to get into a trade and then see if we're going to start breaking further down. Maybe get yourself to break even, however you feel comfortable with gold. Right, what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to go and make a drink real quick. Just gonna go get a drink. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, looks like the news definitely created that push up at this stage. But what's nice is if you see this first, okay, now you start to know we're rejecting that area. Then if we get that support later on, like I said, coming from anywhere above this position, creating that support, definitely got a shot to push into sort of 182 500s and then 182 800s. That would be the target areas. Okay. But we must wait for a support above that position there. Otherwise, you needed to use volume from down here. But we're not always going to do that, are we? Because the news, a little bit is gambling, right? So we have to see confirmation. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Gotta make a drink. Keep an eye on this.
No worries.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Apparently gold is going to the moon. Oh yeah. Not sure why, but there's some volume, no doubt. But is this just grabbing liquidity? Because for me, okay, here's the thing. We can't say it's buys yet until we are way past this 1938 position. So what I'd want to see is London give me the 4-hour closure, the push, and then in MY create rejection candle coming this way. Potentially then it would be worth a shot, right? Then you could also look for continuation on tomorrow once your daily candle has broke this way, clearing that range and also closing above, giving you confirmation, because right now we don't have any daily confirmation. So I would at least need to see a 4-hour breaking outside of this range, you know, and then ideally if we're closing sort of back above 1940s, then I mean, to my mind, then we're clean all the way up to 1960s plus. So yeah, you have to look at it from a daily standpoint. However, every candle that's sort of come to this area so far has rejected from a daily standpoint. Every 4-hour candle has failed to close above, so we need at least a 4-hour candle to give us confirmation. Now we can wait for support to continue that move. So yeah, I'll have to wait for MY session for gold, I think, or pre-MY at least. And then as you can see, GJ is pulling back pretty heavy, so
Rice Krispie squares, the most delicious, most
but
satisfying.
yeah, for me, yeah, I mean, there's not really much opportunity right now. I'm not really looking for buys or sells. You had your shot with the news to take some form of a push up, but yeah, now I'll be waiting for pure structure and complete change back to the upside. Because right now, if you look at your lower time frame structure, we're clearly not going up yet. But that doesn't mean we're going down. If you are going to want to sell it, where's your better opportunities to sell it? Because selling at this area is going to be a bit of a headache. Apart from yesterday, you had a good option potentially later on in the day. Once we started to break that 4-hour level we discussed, yeah, you had a little area to trade down to here, but very, very tough area to trade. Still there, Donald?
Yeah, bro, I'm here.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking off soon because I know there's not really much going on, to be fair. Yeah, it'd be nice when we can do a full session, but for the minute it kind of suits me. Then a little hour and a half. Sometimes when the sessions pretty dead. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gold is really exploded over
Mm.
there. It pushed like crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
How much? It was like 70 pips, 60 pips.
Yeah, 60, 70 pip candle. Yeah, I mean, like I say, for me, I'm gonna need to see something closing outside of this zone, and then anything coming back this way on gold to respect and create support. Now we're talking potential. But where I want to be careful is you get the 4-hour closure outside, you get your support that gets broken, lower time frame, and all it is a fake out on the 4-hour to continue back this way. So, because I believe, do we have some USD news today? It could be a liquidity being grabbed in time for some news, even today or tomorrow. Not really today, but there is CPI tomorrow, so could be pricing in that potentially as well. So, but yeah, I mean, for me, like I say, I need to see 4-hour closing outside of this area before I even consider. And it's like with GJ right now, there's, you know, selling opportunities came in Asian, buying opportunities are not there yet. Discussed above this position here, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be looking for sales, because if I'm going to be looking for sales, I need to see something coming back this way and failing at this point. This in here, yeah, you could argue, yeah, we're respecting this, but yeah, it's not really good enough for me. So I'll be waiting. Yeah, not really interested in taking sales at the moment. You know, like I say, once we start to see a bullish daily candle and then we start to fail, then I know then we're gonna, because at any point, right, this is just pullbacks on the daily, right? Because structurally we're still very bullish, we're still doing this. Okay, so this is just as plain and simple pullback till we find an area that we're going to clearly fail and start to make our way back to the upside, or we're going to fail to the downside, come back, fail to the upside where we've not enough buyers in the market, and then you clearly then start to continue back this way. And that is kind of what we're waiting for. Otherwise, this is where you get very caught out and keep going, you know, oh, it sells, but is it though? This is just pullbacks. If you're gonna sell it, learn how to sell that properly. Do you know what I mean? Or don't sell it at all, because you're asking for trouble. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off from the YouTube. So yeah, we've discussed obviously today what I'm looking at, what you should be looking for. But yeah, just trade safe. Hope you have a good day, and I'll be back on tomorrow. So yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. We had a decent turnout today. So yeah, no, thanks everyone, and see you tomorrow. Hopefully we get a bit more discussion from people and a bit more engagement, but that'll be good. Right, YouTube, take care.
Bye bye, YouTube.
See everybody tomorrow. Just be careful. It's not really the best area to be taking trades right now. So yeah, alright guys, take care, have a good rest of your day, and we'll be on tomorrow. It'll be 6:30 tomorrow start. 6 AM is a little bit too early just because it takes a little while to get the computer and all that stuff loaded up, Streamlabs and getting everything set up. So we're going to say from 6:30 onwards we'll be doing the streams. But yeah, no problem, take care. Yeah, I thought we might correct that news. But yeah, have a good one guys, see you later, see you tomorrow, bye bye.